Hey, what's going on, guys? Gontran here. I've just finished refactoring and optimizing my mode generator thankfully to Gontran Lemaire. So now it's around, well, I can't say for sure, well, 5-6 times faster compared I was before. I'll now demonstrate this in the live mode just to give you an idea about this. But before this, I just want to show you the comparison of time taken for perf test of my newly refactored WukongJS mode generator versus which is written in JavaScript. Again, like for those of you who's not aware of the fact that WukongJS is written in JavaScript. And on the other hand, here I'm running the perf test from the starting position to the depth 6 from the very famous and well-known Vice chess engine by Richard Albert. So Vice goes perf depth 6 on my laptop for 44 thousandths milliseconds. So this is the number, and this is the number of how long my JavaScript engine goes. Well, obviously C is faster, and also just to bear in mind the fact that I've removed all the possible optimizations. So Vice is running in a non-optimized mode. So obviously, if you optimize it, it will be much faster. But still, less than 2 times slower. Only less than 2 times slower compared to the engine in C. So I think this is quite pretty impressive at the moment. I didn't yet update, the only function I didn't yet update is the generate captures, which still relies on object lookup, which made this almost 5-6, maybe even sometimes even better lag basically. So object lookup did slow down my mode generator horribly, just horribly. Okay, so just to give you these results for a comparison. So less than 2 times worse. But assuming that this is the JavaScript, and just to bear in mind that JavaScript is 5 times slower than C itself, so I think this is a very, very, very good result. So yeah. Okay, so now just I'll probably run this again. So if we go to, just want to take my tricky position. So at this position in particular, just to give an idea regarding the position, this is the very standard position to test chess engines for many things basically. So if we just say position start pause and position FEN, position FEN, and bring this one here and then say perf 4, it now goes only less than 4 seconds. Well, without the video recording software, it goes 1 second faster, about like that. So my previous result was for about 4.5 seconds. So now it's even faster. And again, like this is assuming the full-blown mode generator with the incrementally updated hash, paste list, and all this stuff. So I think this is quite pretty impressive, yet enough impressive at the moment. And I'm really tempted to see basically on how stronger this optimized version would be compared to the previous one, which was slow as hell. So just to give you an idea, in this position, I had around 20 seconds to complete the perf depth 4. 20 seconds. Can you imagine that? 20 seconds. That was absolutely disastrous. So, but thanks to Gontran Lemaire, who helped me, who has created this Prime Chess, which is the mode generator based on my WukongJS and my bare minimum chess program in C and in JavaScript as well, which I've been covering here as the crash course in chess programming, based on one of the smallest chess engines in the world, Micromax by Harmgert Muller. So he has taken the ideas of he's taken the piece encoding from there and used that to optimize the the mode generator significantly. Well, the most optimization obviously goes from the is_square attack function, as I've been mentioning in the previous video, so nothing much to so don't really want to repeat this. But now I've merged these new updates into my own coding style. So now instead of making a lookup within an object, we just calculating the direction using this elegant formula here. And then in order to convert Wukong piece codes to so-called optimized piece codes, back and forth, I'm using this map to optimized and map from optimized just to map between two piece codes. And again, like the idea, and also this piece offsets array maps the offsets just to being able to loop over all the offsets in a single loop. So leaper and slider pieces are now going in one run, and exactly the same happens for a mode generator. So here we have before we had just leapers and sliders, now we have all the pieces in one run. Also, I refactored the code for pawns, both captures and quiet moves. So now we're using some masks to bitwise end our source and target square width respectively, and then pawn promotion and pawn starting ranks. So this is way more elegant. Also, we're using this promoted piece. Also, we're using this so-called optimized pieces in order to make piece from the side to moves by bitwise ending the bit three bits to the left, so it would be 8 eventually if the side is 1, and it would be 0 if the side is black. And then we just bitwise end with the promoted piece, which is the type, and only the first 7 bits I used there. And then we just mapped what we have there, mapping that to optimized, and that's kind of it. I just want to make sure that I didn't yeah, probably okay, probably I just shuffled the names. They should be on the contrary, I believe. Yeah, I need to check that out. Map from optimized. Yeah, actually this one is map from optimized, because we return this Wukong piece codes, and this should be called map to optimize. Yeah, just need to change the name, so I'll do this, and by the time that when you would be watching this video, this would already be fixed. So it's quite pretty simple basically. Yeah, so in order to merge this new optimized code, so a couple more arrays here, and this one allows to map the colors. So as we have seen there down below in the source code, so we had left shift 3 bits, so that would be 8. So the 8th bit is being either turned on, and this is white color to move, white side to move, and if that's turned off, so 0, that means that black to move. And assuming that is white, to convert this to our Wukong's normal side to move or color, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So indexing the map color by that 3 bits left shifted color, and we're obtaining this 1, which means, so it's not, instead of having 8, we just have 1, and then we can use this 1 to compare with the current side to move. So like 1 equals to 1 or 0 equals to 0 instead of 8 equals to 1, which is not true. 0 equals to 0 is still true, but 8 equals to 1 is not. So in order to make 1 equals to 1, we're just using this simple lookup array here to convert 8 to 1. Very simple stuff. And yeah, also at the very beginning of the source code, we have I've defined this piece codes. So yeah, just piece types. So we're using them within the loops to reference, like yeah, to figure out whether this is a pawn or not within the mode generator, and to loop within the square attack function, and when we generate in the promoted piece as well. So we just have a look at again like this is square attacked. We just loop from queen down below to king by decrementing the piece type, and similar but greater or equals than knight, it happens when we're generating promoted moves. So here from queen and up to the knight, down to the knight, not up to the knight, down to the knight, because queen is greater, knight is lower. And again, like decrementing the promoted piece here, then just creating this so-called optimized piece, and then yeah, I really need to say map from optimized, not to optimized. So this might be a little bit confusing. So I just need to rename those variables, and this is it basically. So now the generate moves function's size has been reduced. See, it's only, this is it, literally, this is it. I will also need to update this generate capture, because you see like the previous implementation had the separate code for leapers and sliders that was slowing down things. Also this horrible array lookup, horrible object lookup, this slow down as well. Well, generate moves generally is not the most, probably, yes, yes, definitely not the most time-consuming function. So the most time-consuming function is square attack, then make move, take back, and only then generate moves according to my profiling data that I was testing before. So this is it basically. Okay. So the next steps, again, like just to update this, generate captures, and then we can already start run another 100 games test, like this newly optimized version versus the old one where we had a much 10 times, basically 10 times, nearly 10 times, no, it's 10 times slower compared to what Gontran done in prime chess, but he didn't do incremental updates for hashing, he didn't do pace lists, so it's faster just because it doesn't make the same amount of work. So, but the version we would be playing against, I would be playing against, is like around 5-6 times slower compared to this one. So it's really intriguing to see how many elo points gain to how many elo points am I about to gain within this newly merged optimization. Yeah, guys, so I think that's it from my side. So yeah, just really need to clean up code a little bit more. Don't forget to rename the variables. And you know, like I don't know, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to ask a question, but actually there are some sort of a things in my head, some sort of a thoughts in my head. So a couple of days ago, or yesterday, or I don't even remember, yesterday or the day before yesterday, I've created a farewell video on Command Against channel that was dedicated to web scraping for about a year or even more, because I'm no longer doing web scraping, and by fact I'm no longer taking new orders as a freelancer, because again, like my life is changing slightly a bit and I just don't really have time for that. And it was quite pretty interesting to see like how people were thanking me to what I've done so far. So it would be nice if something similar would be here in chess programming as well, but it's not the point. I just want to say that now I have a little bit more time than I had before, which is obviously very good. So I've started thinking regarding the next sort of a thing. So obviously all this strength improvement stuff is very interesting and absolutely important, and probably one of the main scope of the work basically. But I was also thinking about maybe this could be a good idea to probably to improve, maybe to improve the user playing experience. Say possibly, I was thinking about adding bot players like they done on chess.com. So creating some sort of a personalities to actually some sort of a personalities to yeah, I'm about to lose this game quite pretty quickly. Wanted to play Sicilian Dragon, but yeah, something has gone horribly wrong here. Maiden 2, are you kidding me? Oh, yes, probably. Okay, probably. So either is something wrong with the scores, or I don't even know. So yeah, another bug has just been revealed, but doesn't matter really. Strangely enough, I was running. Yeah, this is interesting. So I was running the test in Arena GUI, and it didn't complete a single game quite pretty nicely. It was a draw, so yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but that doesn't matter really. Not pushed yet to the GitHub, so this bug is not online at very least. So I just want to know what you guys think regarding improving the user playing experience. Probably that's the right question. What do you think about that? So probably maybe that doesn't make any sense from the free and open source software perspective, right? So maybe that makes sense only for commercial perspective, but as far as WukongJS is free and open source software, so maybe this doesn't make sense. So anyway, if not only chess programmers were watching this channel, but also chess players at some reason, well, I can hardly believe that, but that's possible still. So chess players, please let me know in the commentaries below this video, what do you think regarding the improving of the user experience regarding actually playing? So adding personalities like bots on chess.com doesn't make sense to you, and maybe you have some different ideas on improving this user playing experience. So I would really appreciate any feedbacks regarding this stuff. And this is it from my side, guys. So yeah, until the next time, and take care, basically. See you.